Prologue, Spokane, Washington, 2112. A blanket of gray sky stretched above the trees, branches rustling in the chill of the wind that blew against me like a whisper. The sharp scent of wood smoke and pine, the endless deep green of forest, the gentle pull of his eyes. These were the delicate moments I tucked away inside, stolen fragments from a life that was not mine, but one I had once tried so hard to hold on to. "It's really nice to see you, Seren." Domin's words were hesitant, as if I were a bird he was afraid to startle, and I shot him a shaky smile as I bent to retrieve the cans of non-perishable food from the back seat of my car. "It's nice to see you, too." I placed the box into his arms, and a rush of heat skittered through me as our fingers momentarily brushed against each other. The wind pulled at his hair, tousled strands falling into his face as he glanced down at my left hand, his eyes flickering over the crystal set against a silver band. "What's that?" My breath caught in my throat, and I took a step back from him, tucking my hands into the pockets of my coat, as if it were some shameful secret, a dark stain that would tarnish what was left of us. "Trendon proposed last night." My voice came out fragmented and torn, and I glanced into the sky as images of the night before washed over me. The bottle of wine, Trendon's work promotion, his eyes so eager and hopeful as he slid the small box across the table. Why had I come up here? We had closed so many doors, and this was the last one we had left. My marriage to Trendon would be the finality of our story, the closing act. And the thought of that was a sudden howling wind inside me, tearing away at my foundation. "Wow." Domin placed the box of food on the ground and leaned against the door of his cabin. A stream of faint sunlight momentarily broke through the clouds, casting shadows across his face. "I guess congratulations are in order." He shot me a tense smile, the heaviness in his eyes betraying his words. "Well, we've been dating for a few years now. It felt like it was time to take the next step. You know how much I've been wanting to have a family." The truth rushed out untethered, a reminder of all the things that now stood between who we once were and who we had now become. I looked down, fiddling with the buttons of my coat, unable to meet the burn of his eyes. I feared that if I did, if he stepped closer to me, if he took me into his arms and told me to stay, that I would. I would stay. I would give up everything. And the thought of that terrified me. The power he still had over me was a current I could not seem to shake loose. "Am I still going to see you?" His question tore into me, and I forced back the ache in my gut and the abrupt swell of tears that threatened to rise up, leaving me grasping at the threads of my composure. "Of course, I'll be back next month to drop off more supplies." He nodded and pushed himself from the door, shoving his hands deep into his pockets, the silence surrounding us a sudden crushing weight. Say something. But he just stood there, looking up into the canopy of trees as if searching for something among the pallor of the winter sky. "I should probably go. I only have 3 hours left on my travel pass." My words fell like broken wings, hollow against my lips as I turned toward the car. He didn't even glance back at me. His face remained impassive, his eyes detached, as he continued to stare up at the sky. "Okay, thanks for stopping by." "No problem. I'll see you in a few weeks." With a sigh, I thrust open the car door and slid into the front seat. My hands trembled as I scanned the key fob over the ignition, the glow of the console lighting up as the motor hummed to life. From the corner of my eye, I saw him turn to me and stride toward the car, and then he was yanking the door open. My heart slammed against my chest as he leaned in so close that I could see the flecks of auburn in his eyes. "Are you happy, Seren?" I sucked in a sharp breath, my hands gripping the steering wheel as all the things I longed to say lodged like jagged stones within my throat. The truth was too heavy, an immense wave that would only pull me under. "I'm trying to be." "Well, I hope you find it with him." His voice came out in a whisper before he took a step back and closed the door, severing the space between us. A broken sigh escaped me, and I willed my limbs to move, my fingers shaking as I pushed the drive button on the console. The tires crunched along the rutted dirt road, my vision wavering with the release of my tears as I watched him fade slowly from view until there was nothing left but the outline of him disappearing into the fold of the trees.